morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Good morning.
Great. So, do y'all remember last week's lesson when we learned about intro paragraphs?
Yes.
Could anyone recall what an intro paragraph is? Yes.
It's like the paragraph that begins your essay.
Correct. It is the paragraph that begins our essay. And if you guys can remember, there's just one part that's super important about your intro paragraph. Does anyone remember what it was? I know we glanced over it very quickly, but do y'all remember? Yes.
Answering the prompt.
Yes, answering the prompt. And a better word for that actually is a thesis. Yes. So as you said, a thesis answers the prompt, but it also includes two examples of what your essay is going to be about. Great. So think of a thesis as like a compass, okay? Think of your essay as like this big forest, right? And your thesis is this compass that tells the reader what your essay is going to be about, okay? And also a key thing is a thesis is not the same thing as a topic. So as we've said, a thesis answers the prompt and it gives out examples, but the topic is typically synonymous with your prompt. So let's say our topic is about like dogs, right? But your thesis is not going to be just about dogs. It's going to be like a specific breed of dogs. Let's say large dogs or like small dogs like Pomeranian, okay? So today I've thought about a prompt in which we're going to practice our thesis statement with. So we're going to write our essay about whether or not students should have their phones at school. Yeah, I know that's quite like a thinker, huh? So let's just say, okay, and you don't have to write about this side because remember, when you're writing your essay, sometimes it has, especially with this topic, it's typically argumentative. So you typically have to take a side. And let's just say I want to write about why students should not have their phones at school. So how should we start our thesis statement with that?
I think students shouldn't have their phones at school.
Okay, I like the last part of that. I just, typically when we're writing a thesis, I think should not be included because you're already saying what you think, right? You don't have to tell the readers that this is what you think. You're already saying that. So a better way to start is that students, oh, I forgot the T, should not have their phones at school because, and see, that is the most important part of your thesis, that because that's going to tie in the halves of your thesis. So we have our one half, that students should not have their phones at school, and because. And after because, we state our two examples. So what's two examples that we can use of why students should not have their phones at school? Yes.
They get distracted easily.
Yes, students should not have their phones at school because it is distracting. Good. What else? Yes.
Because they can cheat.
Yes, and it can be used for cheating. Those are very good examples. So there it is. We have our thesis statement complete. Students should not have their phones at school because it is distracting and can be used for cheating. Good job. I think you guys got that down. Oh,